a start. Nah, it didn't work, but there we go. Good morning, everyone. It's Sunday, so hope you're all having a lovely weekend. Thought I would do some stretching this morning, and maybe you'll join in. So we're going to do our normal routine because it's working and I'm liking it. So we're going to start off either on our knees or on our toes, and we're doing downward dogs to just try and drive our head through in between our shoulder blades. And we can hold it, or we can do these kind of pulses. I like these pulses where we hold for a few seconds and then come out of it. And we'll take a break, take a rest. So you can do these on your toes, do these on your knees, whatever feels good. Do the next set on my knees just so you can see the difference. The goal is to try and think about getting our arms like way past our head. So we're like driving our head and neck down. I'm feeling it in our shoulder blades. Check your arms out. You should also start to feel this in your upper back as well. And we're going to move on. We're going to use our sofa or chair or stool or anything you've got access to. You basically want to just be able to put your hands on. And we're doing a similar thing. We're trying to drop our head down as low as we can and feel our shoulders moving backwards. Hold it for a few seconds and then release. And we can shake our arms out again. And we'll go again. Remember to keep breathing. There's no right or wrong. This isn't a yoga class, so I'm less fussed about how your breathing is. But I just find, let the body do what it's going to do. Breathe the way that is going to work for you. Whenever I've done like yoga classes, I never loved the way they were very prescriptive about breath of like in and out and in and out, because I figure my lungs are smarter than like my brain on this one, like my lungs are going to breathe the way I need them to breathe. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong on that, but that's just always the way I've seen it. We'll do another couple of these because they were feeling good. Something you can play around with is like having your hands spaced out differently. You can have them together if you want. That feels quite different for me. That feels tighter on my shoulders. So if you go wider, you might find that it's a different sensation. You can kind of hit different bits of your shoulder. So play around with that, see what feels good. All of this is about making us feel good. So there's no right, there's no wrong. So we're going to then go to the floor and we're going to do our Superman. So we're going to go out wide and we're going to lift. Feeling it in our upper back. You can keep your toes on the floor for this, or you can let them come up. It's entirely up to you. I honestly don't know what I do most of the time. I'm not paying attention to it. And then we're going to put our arms out in front and go. You can have head up, head down, whatever feels good. Good. And up onto our knees. Again, shake ourselves out. Twist, turn, whatever feels good. Have a drink, have some coffee, have some water, have some juice, whatever you're sipping on. Maybe you're doing this in the evening, maybe you've got like a nice wine. That'd be nice. What a nice way to wind down on a Sunday that'd be. All right, let's go again. And this time we'll do pulses. So we're going to go little pulses on these. And then we'll go to 45 degrees with our arms. And we'll go to 90 degrees out straight in front of us. I suppose you could also argue that's 180 degrees, but it's all relative. All right, so now we're going to get up onto our knees, our hands and knees, and we're going to thread the needle. So we're going to take this hand, right hand, and we're going to reach through and hold it for a second and then come back. Reach through and come back. One more time and come back. And then we're going to switch hands, switch arms, and go the other side. Again, this is one of those ones where play around with it, see what feels right. Like I quite like keeping my hips and my shoulders fairly kind of straight and just letting the twist come from the arm. But you might find that like allowing your hips to move a bit more feels better. Go with whatever feels good. You might find that having your hands like low down on the floor and kind of reaching down feels good. You might find that coming up feels better. Just play around with it. See what you like, and again, do what feels good. And it might feel, one thing might feel good on day one thing might feel good on day two. Just play around with it. Part of this process is, not to sound too arsey, but part of this is learning to like listen to our body, see what we need on any given day or within any given session. And so if you're sitting there or kneeling there or standing there thinking like, oh, I really don't want to do it this way or do it that way. Like the first thing we did, the downward dogs for the shoulders, like some days I come to that and I'm like, I don't want to be on my toes today. Like there's just something, my body's telling me like, nah, not the one, fam. So I go on my knees. Same for like those Supermans, like some days it's like, no, I want to do those pulses, I want to do like reps of this, and other days it's like, no, I just want to hold it like a plank. So play around with it, listen to your body, it knows what it's doing. Right, let's move on. So we're going to do cat and cow. So we're going to start with an arch back, and then we're going to flex, and arch, and flex, and arch, and flex, and arch, and flex, and arch, and flex. And then we're going to take our hands and we're going to drop into this like cobra position. We're going to big chest, pointing it as high as we can, feeling that in our back. And then we're going to drop into this position here. Again, feel it to our shoulders, to our upper back, maybe in our hips a little bit. And you can just breathe out here, relax at the bottom of this if that feels good. We'll do another one of those. And back. I've said this before on previous versions of this, on previous streams. This cat-cow, cobra, child's pose thing that we're doing here is a nice one for like, it takes like probably 30 seconds to do, maybe 20 seconds you could get it done. And I find this is a really nice one for like, if you've been sitting at your desk, you can see my desk is over there in the corner, it's my desk setup. You can just get up from your desk and do this, like do a kind of cat-cow thing, drop into cobra, drop back to that child's pose. Like you can do that really quickly and it can just like loosen you up halfway through the day. Could be a nice thing to do. Don't have to, but you could do. Oh. Right, let's move on. So we're going to go to a hip flexor stretch. So we're going to lean forward into that. Again, you can pulse these if you want, or you can just like lean on your leg and drive into it. We're then going to take our right elbow and try and touch our right ankle. Ooh, should start to feel that all up the inside of our leg. And then we're going to take our right hand, twist behind us, and then put it down and twist with the left, and then the right, and then the left. And then we'll switch. We're going to lean in on the right side, feel that stretch, and left elbow, left ankle. And then twist, and twist, and twist. Oh yeah, that's feeling good. Okay, come back and rest, shake it out, stand up, jump around, whatever feels good. And we'll go again on that original side, so on that right hand side, or left hand side I guess. Push into it, feel it stretching up the front of our leg, elbow down to ankle, down to ankle. Ooh. And then twist. You might find things cracking and popping at this point. That's usually normal. Obviously, if you've dislocated your knee or something, like that's probably bad. But most of the time, the cracking and the popping is just gas releasing from our joints. Usually nothing to worry about. Just a sign that you're a human who has got some years on you. And that is totally normal. I should probably put a disclaimer in about like seek medical profession, like medical help if you need it. But you guys know that, you're sensible. Okay. So now we're going to go and do some squatting, some deep squatting, holding onto a couch or a chair or something to start with if we need it. So we're just going to sit down and we're going to play around with our weight distribution, kind of move around, feel what feels good. We can have a curved back like this. I mean, it doesn't look very pretty, but that's totally fine. Or you can kind of have more upright. It's entirely up to you. I'm really interested in just opening up my hips at this point, so I don't mind if my back rounds. You know, part of us doing this is to get used to these positions so that we're not as likely to have injuries, and we reduce our risk. Okay, and once we've sat down here for a little while, we're going to drive up and stretch out our hamstrings. You can let your feet turn more straight like mine just did. So mine went from there to like there as I did that. That's totally fine. Depending on how you're built, will determine like how wide you need your feet turned out versus how narrow, or like how straightforward. So some people can squat with like a really straightforward thing because they're just built for it. I am sadly not. So sit around, play around, get used to it, and then come up and stretch out our hamstrings at the back. Good. Nearly there. We're going to go into doing the splits. So we'll go this way, nice and wide, and we're just going to kind of let our feet travel out, keeping our hands on the ground. Again, we could do this on a couch or a chair or a stool or a set of books or something. Just something that's allowing us to like take the weight so that we're not putting it all on our groin. And we're just going to hold it here for a little while. And then come down onto our knees. One thing I do quite like doing is doing like a little hold of those splits for a bit and then immediately going into like a squat, and I find that then feels crazy easy, like really nice, feels really good. I now feel way more comfortable in this position, which is kind of funny. So it probably suggests that these inside muscles for me are the ones that are like my limiting factor almost, and that makes sense. I don't do a lot of activity that involves a lot of like lateral movement. Like maybe if I played paddle or I played tennis a lot or squash or something like that, where there would be a lot of lateral movement, like maybe these muscles would be stronger. But everything I do is like forwards or backwards. So as a result, these and these are probably my weaker muscles, where the front and the back of my legs are probably stronger. So I find this is a nice one for that. This kind of really helps make that squat more comfortable. So we'll do another one. And play around with like where we put our body. Like you can lean around. You can try and go in between your legs. You can go further away. Just play around with it, get used to it. And then when it starts to hurt and you feel tired, come down. Whew. Okay, last one, our ankles. So it's going to be similar to the hip flexor stretch, but our ankle is going to be much closer to our knee in terms of distance. And we're going to try and keep our ankle on the floor and just lean forward. And I'm going to do a few pulses at that. So really trying to drive our ankle into the ground, our heel into the ground, so that we're stretching the back of the leg this way. And switch over. And drive forward. Whew. Good, we'll do one more on this side. Ooh. And we'll go again on this side. Last one. And that, my fine friends, is us done. Have a lovely day.